Hi guys, coming to you today from a slightly different location, and I am talking today about your SP and how your SP will be taking action, your person is conforming, and why and how you can ensure and recognize the movement and changes that are happening and the action that your person will be taking. So I'm going to cover all of this in today's video, so stay tuned to listen to all the different steps and pieces of advice, and we're going to get straight into that. And you can also work with me one-on-one. I'll just pop everything on screen again for all the new viewers or anyone who is now interested in signing up for coaching. I have some great discounts and offers and lots of different types of coaching packages and purchases that you can make. So pause the video, click the join button below, or take a look in the description box. And now let's start the video. Remember that you're always in control of your manifestation. You are the person who is in charge. You decide how things go. You decide the outcome. You decide what you want in your life and what your life looks like. And it then just comes down to you putting in the mental effort and focusing. That is what then creates it. So the first step is obviously knowing what you want. What action is your SP going to take? What result do you want with your person? And you're the one who controls the outcome and decides how things go, whether it's good or bad, whether you let the old story take over your mind or not. You're seriously in control, and officially, whether it's good or bad, you are the one who is shaping that. So make sure you're putting in that conscious effort, because you want to be the one who's saying, I'm deciding now, this is my new reality, and not just letting things play out. And obviously tying into that, you are the creator of your reality, and your specific person in this context, obviously it's everyone, but your SP doesn't have free will. They don't have control. They can't decide, oh, I'm starting to have these thoughts or feelings, but I'm going to decide not to. I'm going to actually change the way I think, and I'm not going to take action. No, it doesn't work that way. They have to conform. If you persist and you keep saying and thinking, this is my reality, this is my relationship with this person, that's what has to become the reality and what has to manifest. Your person has to reflect your assumptions about them. So it does tie into a bit further with self-concept and, the way they treat you specifically, the way they speak to you, and, people in general, and relationships and dating and whatnot. But your actual assumptions about them and what the status of your relationship is with them, no contact, broken up, all these things that and labels that you might still be consciously attached to, you let it go. You tell yourself the opposite. You say that's not the truth, that's not the case, because whatever the assumption is, they have to reflect it. They have to take action based on that. So if you decide SP's in love with me, SP is taking action, SP wants to be with me, SP is going to message me and take me out on dates constantly, all these kind of action-based, relationship-based affirmations, they have to reflect them. They cannot decide, I'm not going to conform, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. It has to become a natural conforming for them. So they have to naturally decide, actually, I want to be with this person, I want to do this. I've suddenly got an inspiration to text this person. Wow, how random. And they will just come to natural conclusions and natural thoughts that make them think, it's entirely their choice. They will have their own reasons and logic and emotions that tie into this feeling like the best option for them. So because your SP will be reflecting those, in their actions and behavior, they'll be reflecting your assumptions. You want action-based affirmations, kind of like I just touched upon. And I don't have any specific examples beyond that now, but whatever it is you want, whatever level of commitment you want with them, even if it's just maybe a message, maybe it's someone you think is cute and you have a crush on them, whatever action it is, it could just be talking to you. It could be, we're always in communication. They're always reaching out to me. They follow me on social media. It can be that simple. You want to use action-based affirmations, not just emotion-based affirmations. So if you keep questioning the 3D reality, you're going to have slower movement. So if it feels like up to now you haven't had the movement you want, you haven't had that action, and you're like, well, I have my affirmations and I loop my affirmations, so why aren't they conforming? If you're very focused on the 3D reality, you're going to get slower movement. It's going to be a very kind of up and down, hot and cold result. So you want to make sure that you're not focusing on and analyzing your 3D reality. And likewise, if you're thinking hot and cold because they reflect you and your thoughts about them, their behavior and their actions will be hot and cold. So your specific person is then going to also act hot and cold, pull away, reach out, but then not go, take it any further. Maybe, ask you out on a date, but then not follow through, for example. These kind of things could potentially happen. They are temporary. They don't mean that you've ruined your manifestation or that something's wrong necessarily, because you can always fix it and recognize, oh yeah, I was spiraling that day, so you know, because of that my 5-10 minutes of affirming didn't make much of a difference. So you want to make sure you're on top of the way you think, but if you're looping your affirmations super consistently, then your person will absolutely have to take action. You persist in that new story, your SP will act and take action based on that. So keep persisting, because it's going to conform more and more. And also keep in mind the fact that your person most probably is and will at some point take action behind the scenes. I've touched on this a lot in my previous videos. You are going to be, well, not seeing, but having a lot of behind the scenes movement. So the way you internally conform, your person is going through the exact same thing. So the way your thoughts and feelings and dreams and everything start to show and reflect as if that is your reality now, feeling confident, feeling excited, feeling like it's more realistic, seeing movement, getting positive dreams of you being together, for example. All these things are the exact, you know, experience that your person might be having right now. So always remind yourself and remember that there is movement behind the scenes. There is something happening, because it's not possible for you to persist and be working on your manifestation and creating these new beliefs every single day, and then your person isn't changing at all. It's not possible. So I know it might seem like visibly you're not getting that, you're not seeing the shifts come in, but it is happening. I promise you, things are conforming and shifting. So just know that they will be taking some form of action behind the scenes, not just towards you and communicating with you. So remind yourself, okay, I may not have seen the movement come in yet, but I know that behind the scenes he or she is feeling this way, conforming in this way, and it is happening for me. So keep reminding yourself of these kind of things. And some examples would be the conversations they're having. So maybe telling their friends, their family, you know, their best friend or whatever it may be, that they like you, that they miss you, that they've been thinking about you, that, you know, with a third party as well. So all of that conversations and third party could tie in, where either there is no third party and the circumstances just conform completely in your favor, and it is kind of behind the scenes. So usually you won't get confirmation of that until it actually fully comes together in the 3D, but it may be them breaking up and you seeing that on social media, or them telling you later, actually, because you persisted, you were consistent with your affirmations, you stayed consistent with all of it, and then once you do get back in contact, you end up hearing a story from them about how they suddenly realized that they weren't happy, the third party wasn't who they wanted, and that they actually had feelings for you. So that's oftentimes, if there is a third party involved, how things will end up conforming. So you'll be surprised at how things happen behind the scenes, but that's why it's so important that before you do get confirmation, before you do see these things and your SP actually taking action, you have to be the one to put in the effort, to persist, to, you know, actually put in that mental effort. So until you start doing that consistently, your SP cannot fully reflect it. It really all comes down to you convincing your subconscious mind. That is when your 3D reality has to conform. If you are shifting your beliefs, if you're working consistently and looping your affirmations and, you know, changing the beliefs in your subconscious, because it learns through repetition. So with new repetition, positive repetition, you're going to create positive beliefs. And that is when your physical reality has to reflect it. You can't have beliefs and assumptions, hence the literal term law of assumption, without your reality conforming, without the people, their emotions, their actions, their words conforming and reflecting that back to you. So hopefully this was a super useful motivational video for you guys. It kind of turned into a motivational rant towards the end, but I want you guys to remember these facts and key points, because that is what's going to help you manifest your person, stay on track and not get triggered and spiral a lot, because I know it can be easy to react to the 3D reality, but it's important to just be consistent and build up these habits where you just automatically think this way and remind yourself and repeat your affirmations on loop. So yeah, hopefully this was a useful video and you guys enjoyed, and if you did, then please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.